Well, welcome to Noel's World of Whiskey, and we've been playing around a bit with the Irish whiskies here. Basically what we're trying to do is introduce you to some quality whiskies that I feel are going to be very competitive with the Scottish and of course Canadian whiskies and American whiskies, the bourbons and our Canadian ryes, and of course the Scotch whiskies. I've done a red breast of 15, and I'm going to go through a few here. This one here, I felt I had to do it. I've sort of gotten fond of this whiskey. It's not an expensive whiskey, and it's a Jameson Black Barrel. And in the previous review I did with red breast, I think I said triple distilled. My understanding, this is double distilled. It's not triple distilled like a red breast or a yellow spot or a Bushmill. So anyways, this is quite interesting because it is similar to the red breast. Of course, it's finished in American bourbon casks, and I believe the red breast was toasted cask. I believe these are charred, and then I believe it is finished off in Oloroso and probably a Menace sherry cask. So anyways, that's my correction. It's double distilled, it's not triple distilled, and we're going to get right into it. So affordable, I'm trying to remember what this is. I think it's under 60 bucks, so it's great when you can find a whiskey you really like under $60. So now there is a mix of whiskeys in here, and I hear some of them are quite old. But we're not getting any. I've gotten most of this online, so my understanding is there's some older whiskeys in this, and there is some younger whiskeys. So, but it's quite a hit. I've talked to a lot of people that really like this stuff. Being a Bushmill fan, I never did touch Jameson's much because for some reason it didn't agree with my palate, and this one has been a winner with me. So, anyways, let's get into her. The nose, lots of vanilla, lots of dark fruit, demerara and honey notes maybe. The dark fruits, I would say even we're getting some of our, we'll call it ripe fruits. Cherries, ripe cherries. Maraschino cherries. Oh, I used this a while back. I'm going to use it again. Shortbread cookies. Shortbread. Very rich nose. Wow. Take my nose away from it. Give you a few details on this. I believe this is bottled at 40%. So the red breast was 46, but I don't mind this at 40%. Some people will shoot me for saying that, but for somebody that can drink a cask strength and then I can bounce down to a 40. There was a time when we couldn't get a cask strength whiskey. When I was younger, drinking blended whiskeys, most of our whiskeys were 40%. So I accepted it. I didn't fight it. You get what you get. Now we have such a huge variety. You got cask strength, you got 46, you got the 43s, you got the 40s. So. Oh, so rich. But now we're getting more of the fruits. Pears. Papaya. Oh, we've got some pineapple. Oh, pineapple pizza. Because there's some spicy stuff going on here. You can imagine a pizza sauce. Okay, the palate. Sláinte. I never seem to get tired of this. Now, After drinking a red breast or drinking a yellow spot Irish whiskey or a Kilbengan, you're gonna say, and like a lot of reviewers, it's watered down. I really am staying away from slamming these whiskeys that are 40 and 43. That they deliver them that way. They're enjoyable. There's a place for them. It might be in the summer. I might pull this out because I do not want a 46. I don't want a high ABV whiskey. So summer afternoon, late in the summer, hot day or something, this could be nice. A 40. Lots of sweet stuff going on here. Lots of fruits. So this is again Irish pot still whiskey, and it's small batch is what it is, and there is grain in this whiskey, but it's a small percentage. So both your grain and your malt is copper pot. So this is done in small batches. I think it's a quality whiskey, and I am getting lots of desserts here. They say it's double charred first filled bourbon casks, and of course finished in the Oloroso or Jimenez, Pedro Jimenez casks. So for the finish, so I don't expect a really long finish on this, but I see legs on my glass. So for a 40 to see legs on your glass, that's amazing. So this is a thick 40 is what I'm going to say. It's probably one of the thickest 40s I have ever had. Most 40s are pretty watery. I won't see legs like this on a glass. So there's a lot of body for 40 ABV. I think Jameson knew what they were doing when they made this stuff. You know, some people say, oh, the reason it's 40 ABV is they're making a pile of money. You know, paid less than $60 for this bottle. And all I'm concerned about is, how does it taste? How is it on my palate? Where does it belong? And when do we drink this stuff? On a stormy night? When it's cold? In the summer heat? I think there's a place for a lot of whiskeys that I listen to so many reviews and so many reviewers, and it's not easy to do reviews. What I've learned about doing reviews is there's a lot of work you put into it. And you're trying to be sincere and you're trying to get it right, but you're not going to appeal to everybody. And I get, I read reviews and I get stuff that I just kind of shake my head and I say, what are they thinking? But that's my opinion, so I got to remember that. I can be hard on reviewers, so I'm certain people can be hard on me. But I really do like this stuff. It does have a shorter finish. It's not as short as you'd think for a 40. I mean, there's lots of 40s, 40 scotches I've done reviews on, and this is not that short, but it's short, okay? Because there is a lot of body to this. But you're going to get a lot of dessert notes. I don't, some people call it one-dimensional, the Black Barrel. I get a lot of different things going on here. I'm not going to add water to it. I don't think a 40 I'm going to do it justice, so. I got wood. I had lots of fruit. I had honey. I had some spice. I've got some, I would say, stewed pears, stewed prunes, raisins, a little bit of chocolate, dark chocolate. And coffee, some coffee going on there, cappuccino. There's a lot of stuff going on here with this this whiskey. I think this is a very decent dram for the money, and I really think it deserves a respectable score for anything under $60. You know, I'm going to say that this is definitely an 84. That's what I'm going to give it, is an 84. There's very few 40s that I would do that, especially under $60, that I'd give it an 84. But I really like this stuff. I would definitely want a bottle of this in my wheelhouse. Anybody that wants to get into Irish whiskey, if you want to start getting into the Irish whiskeys, I recommend get yourself a Black Barrel. And then the other one I would recommend is Black Bush. You know, the Bushmills Black Bush. So anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to ask you to drink wisely and drink intelligently, and do not drink and drive. And until the next time, Sláinte.